Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of this video podcast tutorial. Learn French in 4 weeks. This video is part of the Polyglot project. I hope you all have your anchor drink with you. So let's start with a good sip of your whatever drink. Now we're ready, and let's have a look at what you are about to learn in this video. First of all, I'm going to tell you how to continue to improve your French vocabulary. Then I will tell you how to avoid a blockade in actively talking in French, and I will give you a very interesting app recommendation, an app where you can find native speaker of French who would like to learn English, German, or whatever mother language you have. So now let's start. First of all, let's have a look where we are. You have gone through your textbook, through your course material twice. Meanwhile, you have mastered the forms of to be and to have. In French, it's être et avoir. And you have mastered the modal verbs like pouvoir, devoir, vouloir. So you can create phrases like, I would like to talk to my mother. Je voudrais parler avec ma mère. I have to phone my sister. Je dois appeler ma sœur. I have to whatever. So, I mean, c'est pas ma problème, c'est ta problème. Alors, on va voir les exemples. Okay, so now you went through the course twice and you have marked all the words that you already know, or if you're advanced, you have marked all the words that you do not yet know. Now, the next step is that you go through this course and you take the translated courses, the translated texts. Let me see where they are. In this, yep. In fact, there are no English original text. So in this case, that's quite not very helpful. But you take the English version of the text, if you have English versions here. If not, you just proceed to the next step. So the next step is, if you have English texts in your text material, like in the Nassimil course or whatever course you have, in this complete French, there is no English translation. Still, if you work with a German book, for example, if your mother language is German and you were participating in this polyglot project, starting with German to learn French, to learn English, and now continuing from English to learn French, but you are still using a German textbook, then you will find the translation in the back of the book. Okay, you will find the German text here in the back. And take the German text or the English text if you have course material that provides you with the English translation, and then just translate back from your mother language to your target language. So far, you have translated from your target language, in this case French, into your mother language. Now, if you have the same textbook like I have, French is not quite, in my case, French is running out of competition because I have learned French in school in a slightly different way. During the Polyglot project, I will have learned the languages that I'm presenting to you in the way I'm presenting it here and in my courses. starting with Russian. All the other languages I have learned in school, so they are out of competition. So English, French, Spanish, Italian will be out of competition, and from Swedish, Russian, Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, etc., they will be examples how I have learned these languages with the method I'm presenting to you. But we've got the Little Prince, Le Petit Prince, and you can read the English version and translate it into French. So train to translate from English into French. Take bilingual books. Look for options where you have simply both translations, the French one and the English one. You will find a couple of material in the internet as well. And apart from that, you can look for a language learning partner. So somebody who can help you to improve the language. Somebody with whom you can chat every now and then, but more important, to talk. Maybe once per day if you have a lot of time, or once per week, or at least once every 2 weeks. That would be perfect. You can use various technical devices. You can use Skype, you can use Zoom, you can use Telegram, you can use WhatsApp, Messenger, whatever. It depends on what your language partner prefers. And I recommend you to look for a language partner who lives in the same or nearly the same time zone as you do. So for a French, maybe somebody from France. If you are having a contact in Canada, a language partner who lives in Canada, Montreal, for example, this is going to be quite tricky because you always have to bear in mind what time it is there. If you have a fixed time and day of the week, that's fine. But sometimes people who are available in the morning can't be available in the evening and vice versa. So it's always best if you have the same time zone with as your language partner. Okay, next step, how to overcome your fear or your anxiety or your blockage to speak actively. First of all, take your language partner and talk a lot. When I'm meeting my language partners, we always have the strategy 20 minutes in German and 20 minutes in my target language. So we will just ping pong the sections. And with Skype, you can also record the video calls and extract them into audios. So afterwards, that's a good option to simply improve your language skills and listen to it every now and then. Now, but in case you're still a little bit shy or you're not really courageous enough to speak aloud in that language, I recommend that you do the following. Prepare a text that has something to do with you, something that is related with you and your life, about a hobby, about your profession, about your family, whatsoever. And then speak aloud. Stand up and talk with a strong and loud voice about what you have just written down. Your language partner can help you to correct if you have any mistakes. And then you can either do it on a podcast, you can do YouTube videos talking about this. You can simply go into public and talk to people out there. Meet people in the street. Just go out and greet different people in French, saying bonjour when you go to the bakery. And if you go to the supermarket, the checkout, just say, bonjour, comment ça va? And if somebody replies in French, for example, replies, ça va bien, merci, et vous? Then you can say, très bien, vous parlez français, je suis content de faire votre connaissance. Yeah, and then you can have a small chat or conversation. Then you know that there is somebody who speaks French with you. Recently, I had somebody here for a training who wanted to learn French, and we went in the street, and there is a training technique. There's one part of the training is just going out and talking to people in the target language, just asking for the way, saying, "Pardon, monsieur, parlez-vous français? Je cherche un supermarché, or je cherche une banque, or je cherche l'hôtel." Alors, yeah, and so this person was so happy that there was somebody he could talk French to, that he didn't stop talking, and he said, "Come on, I will show you the way." And they were talking about different things in French, and I had quite difficulties to get rid of this guy who was quite fascinated by the lady who was having the training with me. So she went away with him, and I was just like a detective following them. So things like that can happen. You can also go to people and say, "Excuse me, would you mind doing a picture? Yeah, could you do a picture of me? I'm new in town," and just do all these things in French, and you will have big fun, and you will get to know really great, amazing people. Fine. So that's all for today. So to repeat, translate from English into French and actively speak aloud, talk about things that have something to do with you, look for a language partner, for a training partner, and you will be delighted. You will really be delighted how fast you can speed up your knowledge in French. So, yeah, that's all for today, and hope to see you again in the next episode. Bye for now, and au revoir et à bientôt.